This summer, my friends raided my house, ringing the doorbell, non-stop. They were mad that I beat them in Water Wars last summer, so they wanted to try and take my throne as the king of Water Wars. Obviously, I was never gonna let that happen, so I said, beat. So war has begun. Everyone ran around the house looking for weapons. The rules of the game was that if you got hit 3 times, you were eliminated. The weapons in this war were water guns and water balloons. I think that they were salty that I won last time, so they started teaming. David went on one side collecting all the loot, and Xavier went on the other collecting that loot. The only problem was that they started camping forts. Everybody had their own forts, but I could tell everyone was camping because I saw nobody when looking around. I found a couple of water balloons, but that was about it, and I'm not gonna lie. I was starting to feel like I was going to lose this, but I didn't have all that time to be thinking because I encountered my friend Malachi. He tried to throw a water balloon at me, so I had to figure out where my water gun was. And fast, because I realized that they were teaming, because David was coming after me from the behind. Splash. He hit me. One of my lives gone right there. I thought to myself, those bastards, they are teaming. At that very moment, I started thinking again, but I couldn't think for that long because David and Malachi were about to hit a double trouble on me, so I had to make a run for it. They both are very fast, so they chased me until they got tired. So then my other friends, Eric and Gary, were having a fight. I decided to take a sneak peek on how graphic the fight was. Then I heard footsteps behind me. I turned around in fear and saw my friends Xavier, Malachi, and David. So I took off running again until I lost them. I realized I was being a little weakling because I kept running, but it's not my fault they are teaming, and I barely have any good gear on me to fight back. Just these 2 water balloons. Even though I was in a bad spot, I didn't care, because I'm never losing to them. I realized if I was going to win, I needed a water gun. I looked for some more water balloons and at least a water gun, and luckily I saw water balloons. So, I looked for people to eliminate then. I saw the one and only Gary. I opened fire and released 2 water balloons with power. Unfortunately, he saw it coming. I missed badly. He released his water and hit me straight in the face. It had me doing back rolls on the ground, rolling through the grass. Eventually, I landed on my back. I was on floor thinking about how on earth was I going to eliminate him if I couldn't hit him at all. But then, all of this got me locked in. I took out 3 of last water balloons. 1, 2, 3. All of them had him twirling like a ballerina. He sat down, and I hit the gritty on him, celebrating my success in eliminating one person. Xavier, Malachi, Eric, and David were the only ones in my way of victory. I looked. Then something caught my eye. It was a water gun. I quickly stuffed my 4 water balloons in my pocket and grabbed the water gun and went on the move. Then I saw Xavier, so I hid. But I remembered that I had 1 life left, so I tried to stay hidden. He took a couple of steps forward, then I launched 2 water balloons. One hit him, but the other didn't. So I popped out and hit him with a surprise attack of some rapid fire. I shot him 6 times, but 1 shot hit him. He was at his last life, but he launched 1 water balloon, so I dodged it, and he unleashed so many balloons, but I dodged every single one, not feeling a drop. So he basically wasted everything he had, so he knew he was done for. Knowing this, he took off running away from me. I definitely wasn't going to let him run, so I took off chasing him with my water gun, but Eric popped out of absolutely nowhere, so I ran the other way. Then I heard Xavier's footsteps coming my way, and Eric's coming the other. I began thinking of what to do. Then something came to mind. Time do die, I said quietly with a grin on my face. Eric popped up first. Seconds later, he was sitting down with me, getting sturdy in his face. Eventually, Xavier ran all the way until I saw him. Once I got a glimpse of his face, I released. Boom. He was eliminated. I started taunting him as well, just to get my licks in. David and Malachi were the only 2 left. David was looking out with Malachi behind him. I was spying on them, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But Malachi did the work for me because he ditched his teaming with David and eliminated him on the spot. The look on David's face said it all. He was mad. I took a moment to start bursting into tears. It was so funny. Then Malachi looked at me, and I looked at him. The winner of this would take the crown home. Wasting no time, he ran at me, and I ran at him as well, both of us being on 1 life. He threw one of his water balloons, but I ducked, and boom, right there he was sitting. I was so happy, I yelled, "Easy!"